Okay, good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the first appearance calendar for Magistrate Court today. We do have one inmate requiring an interpreter. I've already sworn in the interpreter, so please bear with me. I have to allow time for the interpreter to interpret my statements. So I will move slowly in my opening remarks. First, I would like to swear in each inmate. If everyone will raise their right hand.
Buenos días, yo soy la juez Tamika West Bernard. Yo soy la juez que preside hoy esta lista de causas. Si nos tiene paciencia, hoy tenemos un intérprete para uno de los detenidos. Entonces, primero voy a pasar lista y luego darles mis comentarios iniciales. Levanten la mano, por favor, para tomar su juramento.
Okay, do you swear and affirm that the information that you provide to the court, including information that you provide on your court-appointed counsel form, will be true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Juran y afirman que la información que van a dar en el tribunal, incluida la información que dieron en la solicitud para el abogado de oficio, será verdadera y correcta.
I need a verbal yes.
Necesito una respuesta afirmativa.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hands down.
Gracias, ya pueden bajar la mano.
This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Esta es la comparecencia inicial en la sala menor del Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
We are not here to try your case or to take a plea.
No estamos acá para que yo presida el juicio de su caso, tampoco para aceptar declaraciones ante los cargos imputados.
You're here for the court to inform you of the charges against you,
Están acá para que yo les informe de los cargos imputados,
advise you of certain rights,
para que le informe de ciertos derechos,
set bail for those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail,
imponerles fianza por los delitos los cuales tengo la autorización de imponer fianza,
schedule a preliminary hearing on your behalf,
programar una audiencia preliminar para ustedes,
and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
también para determinar si requieren la ayuda de un abogado.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing,
Tienen el derecho a permanecer callados sin decir nada.
but should you choose to give up this right,
Pero si eligen renunciar a ese derecho,
anything you say during these proceedings may be used against you if your case goes to trial.
cualquier cosa que digan durante esta diligencia judicial se puede tomar en su contra si el caso procede a juicio.
Doing this and all other court proceedings,
Durante esta diligencia y cualquiera en el futuro,
you have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
tienen derecho a la presunción de la inocencia hasta que el Estado pruebe su culpabilidad fuera de una duda razonable.
You have the right to indictment by the grand jury for most felonies or accusations for misdemeanors.
Tiene derecho a la acusación formal por la mayoría de los delitos graves y por el gran jurado, y también el derecho a una acusación general cuando se trata de delitos menores.
You also have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
También tienen el derecho a un juicio público y sin demora ante un jurado.
You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine all witnesses who are called to testify against you.
Tienen el derecho a ver, a escuchar y a contrainterrogar todos los testigos convocados a declarar en su contra.
You also have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena.
También tienen el derecho a obligar la comparecencia de testigos por medio de citatorio judicial.
You have the right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense should you choose to do so.
Tiene el derecho a declarar y presentar pruebas en defensa propia si eligen hacerlo.
But should you choose not to do so,
Pero si eligen no hacerlo,
no presumption of your guilt may be raised.
no se puede tomar por sentado presunción de culpabilidad de su parte.
You also have the right to have an attorney represent you during these proceedings and all other court proceedings.
También tiene el derecho a la representación de un abogado durante esta diligencia judicial y cualquier otra diligencia judicial.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail pending prosecution of your case.
Algunos de ustedes se les permitirá pagar la fianza sin restricciones para que salgan en libertad de la cárcel durante la sustanciación de su caso.
Your bond may be paid by cash,
Se puede pagar la fianza en efectivo
through a commercial bonding company,
por medio de una compañía comercial de fianzas
or by property.
o por medio de una propiedad.
If you post a cash bond,
Si paga la fianza en efectivo,
someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with any applicable fees to the sheriff's office.
alguien tendría que entregar el total de la fianza en efectivo más las tarifas judiciales correspondientes a la oficina del sheriff,
Who will hold it until your final court date,
la cual guardará el dinero hasta su audiencia final,
at which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it.
momento en el cual se devolverá el dinero en efectivo a la persona que lo pagó.
If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff,
Si usa una compañía comercial de fianzas, una de las compañías aprobadas por el sheriff,
someone will have to pay the company up to 15% of the total bond as their fee for their service.
alguien tendría que pagar hasta un 15% de la fianza total como la tarifa de servicio.
This fee will not be returned.
Y esa tarifa no se devuelve.
Someone may also post bond using their property
También se puede pagar la fianza usando una propiedad.
if they have net equity in the property
Si esa propiedad tiene un patrimonio neto
in an amount equal to 3 times the total amount of the bond.
en una cantidad que es un mínimo de 3 veces lo que es el total de la fianza.
Some of you will have special conditions on your bond order that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going around certain places.
Algunos de ustedes tendrán condiciones especiales en la fianza, las cuales prohíben que contacten a ciertas personas o que vayan a ciertos lugares.
You will also be prohibited from calling or contacting the alleged victim while you're in jail and or out on bond.
También se le prohibirá llamar o contactar a la presunta víctima mientras está en libertad bajo fianza.
Should you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked.
Si llega a infringir la orden de fianza, su fianza quedará revocada.
And you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
Y no tendrá derecho a otra fianza mientras está esperando el juicio.
An additional charge of aggravated stalking,
Cargos adicionales de acecho con agravantes,
influencing witnesses,
de influenciar a testigos,
or other charges as the law may provide could be brought against you,
o otros cargos según dispone la ley se pueden formular en su contra,
for which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison,
por los cuales se le puede poner una pena de hasta 10 años de prisión,
and fined up to $20,000.
una multa de hasta $20,000.
For family members who will assist you in posting bond,
Para los familiares que le van a ayudar a pagar la fianza,
they will be provided with information regarding your bond amount after we have concluded the first appearance calendar for today.
recibirán información sobre la cantidad de la fianza una vez que concluyamos esta lista de cargos para la comparecencia inicial.
If a family member is an alleged victim on the warrant and there's a special condition that you're to have no contact with that family member,
Si un familiar suyo aparece como la presunta víctima en la orden de arresto y existe una condición del tribunal que dispone ningún contacto entre usted y esa persona,
he or she will not be allowed to post bond on your behalf.
no se permitirá a él o a ella pagar la fianza por usted.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is simply not authorized by law to set bail.
Algunos de ustedes tienen cargos los cuales sencillamente el tribunal no tiene la autorización de imponerles fianza.
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a superior court judge.
Si este es su caso, una audiencia de fianza se programará ante un juez de la sala superior
And I will provide you with that date during your first appearance hearing this morning.
Y le voy a informar de la fecha de la audiencia durante esta comparecencia inicial.
If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized by law to set bond.
Si actualmente está cumpliendo una condena de libertad condicional, el tribunal no está autorizado para imponerle fianza en este momento.
Your bond can be reconsidered after your probation officer has an opportunity to determine
Se puede reconsiderar su fianza una vez que su agente de libertad condicional ha tenido la oportunidad de determinar
if they wish to file a warrant for violation of your probation.
si quieren emitir una orden de aprehensión por haber incumplido las normas de su libertad condicional.
This is usually during your preliminary hearing.
Eso normalmente sucede durante su audiencia preliminar.
The purpose of preliminary hearing is to determine if there's enough evidence
El propósito de la audiencia preliminar es para determinar si existen suficientes pruebas
or probable cause
o, es decir, suficientes indicios justificantes
to justify keeping you detained until such time as your case goes to trial.
para mantenerlos detenidos hasta que el caso proceda a juicio.
For those of you charged with misdemeanors only,
Para ustedes que solamente tienen delitos menores imputados,
you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
tendrán la opción a renunciar a la audiencia preliminar.
Waiving your hearing will not affect your right to post bond,
Renunciar a la audiencia no afectará en su derecho a depositar fianza,
your right to have an attorney represent you,
a su derecho a un abogado para representarlo.
or your right to a jury trial.
Tampoco le afectará en su derecho a un juicio por jurado.
If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Si deposita fianza y sale, la audiencia preliminar queda renunciada automáticamente.
And you will be mailed a notice when to appear in state court for arraignment for any misdemeanors.
Y le enviará por correo la notificación de comparecencia en la sala estatal para su instrucción de cargos para los delitos menores.
If you cannot make bond,
Si no puede salir en libertad bajo fianza,
you may waive your preliminary hearing and be taken before a state court judge.
puede renunciar a la audiencia preliminar y con eso tendrá una audiencia ante un juez de la sala estatal,
At which time, if you plead guilty, you will be sentenced.
momento en el cual, si decide declararse culpable, se le impondrá la condena.
If you plead not guilty, a trial will be scheduled on your behalf.
Si se declara no culpable, se programará una audiencia por usted.
For those of you who choose to have a misdemeanor preliminary hearing,
Para ustedes que eligen tener su audiencia preliminar por los delitos menores imputados,
your hearing will be scheduled for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
su audiencia se señala para el 25 de julio de 2023 a las 8:30 de la mañana por medio de Zoom.
For those of you charged with felony offenses, you will not have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
Para ustedes que tienen delitos graves imputados, no tendrán la opción a renunciar a la audiencia preliminar.
Your preliminary hearing will be scheduled for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Ustedes tendrán su audiencia preliminar el 26 de julio de 2023 a las 8:30 de la mañana por medio de Zoom.
That will conclude my opening remarks.
Mis comentarios iniciales ya están concluidas.
At this time, I will proceed forward with the first appearance of any inmates that require an interpreter.
En este momento comienzo con la comparecencia inicial para los que necesitan intérprete.
And then we will take any females and then any males.
Luego las señoras y después los señores.
Okay, 1 minute, please.
Un momentico.
Your Honor, did you get the information for Sanchez yet?
1 minute, let me check.
Okay.
Okay, we are back on the record. Ms. Toles, okay, if you would please state your full name for the record for me. And yes, deputies, I did receive the information for inmate garden.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Ya
state your,
reanudamos la grabación de la audiencia. Señor, por favor, pase adelante y diga su nombre, por favor.
Jaime,
Jaime.
okay, can he spell that for me, please?
Señor, ¿me lo puede deletrear, por favor, su nombre?
J-A-I-M-E,
Jaime.
Okay, last name?
¿Y los apellidos, señor?
Garay Banegas,
Gerard Banegas.
G-A-L-A-Y,
G-A-R-A-Y.
Banegas, B-A-N-E-E-A-S,
Banegas, B-A-N-E-G-A-S.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had the right person.
Muy bien, solamente quería confirmar que tenía la persona correcta.
Sir, you have been charged with 2 offenses.
Señor, a usted se le imputa 2 delitos.
The first offense is driving while unlicensed.
El primero es manejar sin licencia.
Your bond amount is $1,000.
La fianza para esa infracción es $1,000.
The second offense is violation of a red light in violation of Georgia law.
La segunda infracción es desobedecer un semáforo en
Your
rojo,
Your bond amount is $500.
desobedecer una ley de tránsito del estado de Georgia. And I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you repeat, please, that bond amount?
$500.
La fianza para esa infracción es $500.
Therefore, your total bond is $1,500.
Por lo tanto, la fianza total se le impone a $1,500, señor.
Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
¿Entiende las infracciones y también la fianza?
sí,
Yes.
Can you make bond?
¿Va a poder salir bajo fianza, señor?
sí,
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Muy bien. Programé su audiencia preliminar para el 25 de julio 2023 a las 8:30 de la mañana por medio de Zoom.
Did you have the opportunity to complete a court-appointed counsel form?
Señor, tuvo la oportunidad de llenar la solicitud para el abogado de oficio.
sí,
Yes.
Based on your application, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney.
Muy bien, señor. Basándome en los datos que aparecen en la solicitud, usted sí cumple los criterios para un abogado de oficio.
Therefore, I will approve an attorney to represent you.
Por lo tanto, aprobaré un abogado para representarlo.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Adelante.
Your question, sir?
¿Cuál es su pregunta?
Mi pregunta es, ¿desde cuándo estará dispuesta la fianza para poder pagarse?
My question is, when will the bond be available to be able to pay it?
As soon as I send over my orders, so it'll be sometime today, before 5.
En cuanto yo envíe las órdenes, entonces en algún momento del día de hoy, antes de las 5 de la tarde.
Okay. Tell him thank you.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
Thank you.
So I don't believe there are deputies, there are no other inmates that require an interpreter, correct?
No,
What about,
ma'am.
I have Chavez.
No, he said that he speaks English.
Okay. I got
Yeah.
this. Okay. Okay.
Or in another one, they said they speak English.
Okay, great. Okay, well, Ms. Toles, that means you are released to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to proceed forward with the first female inmate.
You gotta state your name.
Taylor Coates.
Okay, 1 minute, Ms. Cole. Ms. Coles, you've been charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $20,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
You said 20,000?
That's what I said, 20,000.
Okay.
Do you
Yes.
understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you must stay away from the victim by the name of Jerome Sinclair. That's a no contact. That means you cannot contact him directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by text message, by social media, by telephone, through a third person, or go to his home or workplace. You understand that? I do
Yes.
understand you live together. Unfortunately, because of the nature of the charge, I am prohibiting you from returning to the incident location identified as 1245 Willow Drive, Riverdale, Georgia. Therefore, you'll need to make other arrangements. Is that your primary residence?
No.
Okay. And then you also cannot violate any laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes.
And I have approved an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Your name. Ebelgica Travis Royal.
Say for me, I'm breaking up.
She said it's break. It says no internet connection.
Say it again. Ma'am, can you hear us?
Yes,
Just need to speak louder.
Ebelgica Travis Royal.
say Chavez. Okay. Spell your first name for me.
Ebelgica.
Okay. You've been charged with 1 count of party to a crime. Your bond amount is $3,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes.
Okay, and then I have approved an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Sarah Oliver.
Ms. Oliver, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is improper lane change. Your bond amount is $500. Second offense is failure to change your address on your license. Your bond amount is $500. Third offense is open container of alcohol in violation of state law. Your bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $1,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
I do.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've got your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Waive it.
Okay, if you waive it, you'll need to sign a waiver form from the deputies. Okay, and then I have approved a court-appointed attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, deputies, you'll need to give her a waiver form for her to sign.
I am Your Honor. Phillips.
Okay, and hopefully you have the new form.
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, state your full name.
Brianna Phillips.
Okay, Ms. Phillips, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is aggravated battery. Your bond amount is $10,000. The second offense is aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $20,000. Third offense is being in possession of a weapon during a crime. Your bond amount is $10,000. Therefore, your total bond is $40,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And based on your application here, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I have approved an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Zachary Scales.
Ms. Scales, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal damage in the 2nd degree. Unfortunately, because you're already on active probation for 9 years, I'm not authorized to set bond for you. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Huh?
Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. And then your bond hearing will be July 28, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand those 2 different hearing dates?
Yes.
Okay, and then based on, you didn't complete your application, but since there's a no bond, I'm gonna go ahead and approve a court-appointed attorney to represent you, okay? Thank you.
You can go to that round over there. Yes. Who's the first one? Let's see if we do the first one. I want to do first.
Hey, Judge, do you have a specific inmate that you would like to see first?
Well, I think you said you're gonna do, when do you wanna do more? You wanna do more or less?
More, yeah, definitely that. Yes, ma'am. Anderson is coming up now.
What's wrong with her?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, state your full name for me, sir.
Zachary Hart, Anderson.
Okay, sir, you've been charged with 6 charges. I'll give you the charge and then the bond amount for each charge. The first charge is fleeing from a police officer, your bond amount. And deputies, can you adjust the camera so I can see his face, please?
No, she's going to House Unit 3.
Okay. First charge is fleeing from a police officer, your bond amount is $2,500. Second offense is improper lane change, your bond amount is $500. Third offense is stop or failure to yield at a stop sign, your bond amount is $500. Fourth offense is reckless driving, your bond amount is $2,000. Fifth offense is theft by receiving stolen property, your bond amount is $2,000. And then last offense is driving without a license, your bond amount is $1,000. Therefore, your total bond is $8,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts? Okay, can you make bond?
I got a call.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Oh, you said my total bond is 8,000.
500.
You said what? I'm sorry.
8,500.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I have approved a court-appointed attorney to represent you. Do you have any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Aaron
Okay.
Bickerstaff. How you doing, Aaron Bickerstaff?
Okay, Mr. Bickerson, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is simple battery. Your bond amount is $2,500. The second offense is littering. Your bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $3,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, I can.
Okay, if you can make bond, that will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case. It's spelled Moruf Agor. That's spelled Moruffagoro. According to the warrant, there have been multiple incidents between you and the alleged victim. Therefore, I'm prohibiting you from having any contact with this individual. That means you must stay away directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact him through a third person or contact him at his home or workplace. You understand that? Also, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand these special conditions of your release, sir? I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
What benefit is it for me to keep it?
Well, I mean, the purpose, if you're gonna bond out, is automatically waived. If you don't think you're gonna bond out, I would recommend you leave it on the calendar because that'll be your next opportunity to get before judge. Okay. And then I have, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, therefore you will need to hire your own attorney. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me,
Alex Devon Crumbly Jr.
formally. Middle name is Devon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of rape. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to set bail for you today. Only a Superior Court judge can do that. So I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. And then your bond hearing will be July 28, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand those two different hearing dates, sir?
I do.
Okay, and then I have approved the court-appointed attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Is there a way I can get my phone to get numbers? Because the detective wouldn't let me get my phone to get my numbers from my witnesses to prove I didn't do this.
Okay, well, that's something you can speak with your court-appointed attorney about. They should be in contact with you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Yes, brother.
I didn't hear you, sir.
LaPierce Carter.
Okay, Carter, Mr. Carter, I got you. Okay, Mr. Carter, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is kidnapping. Your bond amount is $15,000. The second offense is battery. Your bond amount is $4,000. Therefore, your total bond is $19,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
I gotta call my family and see if I can.
Okay. If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim. In the case by the name of Lakeisha Herron, do you recognize that name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you must stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by telephone, by pager, by social media, by text message. You cannot contact her through a third person or go to her home or workplace. Secondly, because the alleged incident occurred at 814 Barnstable Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. And is that your primary residence?
Since the situation happened, I had moved down with my sister and my brother.
Okay, do you have any undisputed property at that location?
I just got my belongings. I haven't been back there since the situation happened.
Okay, well, if you have any undisputed property at that location, I'll allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff off within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. You understand that?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, and then based on your court-appointed application here, let's see. I have approved an attorney to represent you, and then your preliminary hearing is going to be scheduled for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date? July 26, you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Brandon Cooper.
Okay, Mr. Cooper. Okay, deputies, do we have chat? I just want to make sure we have Chapman available.
Yes, we have Chapman available.
Okay. Okay, make sure we're in alphabetical order now, because otherwise it'll shift my paperwork here. Mr. Cooper, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond, sir?
No, I can't.
Okay, sir. If you can make bond, I'm prohibiting you from returning to that location. I believe it's at the airport. You should not return unless you're a ticketed passenger or you're an employee. You understand that, sir?
Ma'am.
Okay, and then I scheduled your bond, your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Uh-huh.
Put green back.
Yeah.
Okay. And based on, you didn't complete your court-appointed application. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions to see if you qualify? Ms. Cooper, do you not need an attorney?
No, oh, no,
You sure you don't want to just have one in place?
no.
Okay, do you currently have a job?
Yeah.
Okay, how much is your monthly income estimated?
I mean, it's sometimes I go cut grass and move furniture when if I see somebody at the store.
Okay, so so would you say you make 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month?
Now I get paid by the week, probably like, $100 every hit that here.
Okay. So I have approved an attorney to represent you, okay? Thank you. You have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Come on this way.
Okay, we ready for Chapman? Okay.
Hey, now due to security reasons, we'll have Chapman come up in about 3 people. We got a couple people out here that we can't.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Deputy?
Chapman will be going in about after Green. They got some security issues going on.
Okay. Okay, state your full name for the next, state your full name for me, sir.
John Dixon.
Okay, Mr. Dixon, you've been charged with 1 count of simple battery, family violence. Your bond amount is $3,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Deshauna King. You recognize that name?
Yes.
No contact means you must stay away directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact her through a third person or go to her home or workplace. Secondly, because the alleged incident occurred at 6194 Lauren Lane, Rex, Georgia, 30273, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
Yes.
Okay, if it is, you'll need to make other arrangements, sir. However, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. You understand that?
May I speak on something?
1 minute, sir. Also, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand these special conditions of your release, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll allow you to ask questions when I finish. Secondly, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then based on your court-appointed application here, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so you will have to hire an attorney to represent you. At this time, I'll take any questions, sir.
It was more so of a comment. I was told by Officer Sydney yesterday that she waived the right to the residents. So so I guess since she waived the right to the residents, he was telling me that I would be allowed to come back to the house.
Okay, I have no knowledge of that. However, you can speak to your attorney about seeking a reconsideration of your bond conditions. However, as of now, my order will state that you're prohibited from going to that location. Okay, sir? So please comply, otherwise you will likely be detained again. You understand that? Unless your attorney can get your bond conditions modified. You understand that? Okay, thank you.
We got two people at the same time.
Hello,
Well, sir, state your full name for me.
Reginald Paul Dixon,
Spell that for me.
REGINALD PAUL, Dubson is DUPITON.
Okay, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? You understand, sir?
Yes, you said what now?
You've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass and your bond amount is $2,000.
Okay,
Okay, if you get made bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to stay away from the alleged victim in the case. That means there's no contact, directly, indirectly, by mail, by pager, by text message, by telephone, by social media, by third party. You cannot go to her home or workplace. Also, because the alleged incident occurred is 2643 Old South Drive, Clayton County, Georgia. You're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. You also cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand these special conditions of your release, sir? I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
let's keep it.
Okay,
Waiting for. What does it mean when you waive it?
I just asked her, she's just gonna say yes or no. Do you want to waive it or not?
What does that mean when you waive it?
okay, if you're unsure, sir, I'll just leave it on the calendar, and then if you bond out, it's automatically waived. You understand that?
Okay.
Okay, and then I have approved a court-appointed attorney to represent you. Do you have any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You said how long?
Deputy, who's next?
What's your last name? Basin. Basin is coming up now. Take your mask off. Basin.
May I spell your name for me, sir?
My first name is spelled Bradon. My last name is spelled Faison.
Okay, sir. You've been charged with 1 count of burglary. Your bond amount is $15,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, that will be a special condition included on your bond order. The first condition is you must stay away from the incident location identified as a Sunco. Street address is 2783 Mount Zion Road, Jonesboro, Georgia. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And then thirdly, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Secondly, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You said July 26th?
July 26th.
Yes, ma'am.
And then on your court appointed form, you indicated you have a job, but you didn't put your monthly wages. Can you give me an estimate?
I'm self-employed. I own a construction business. So like it varies. Like I get jobs like,
So can you give me the
sometimes
range, a range?
like you talking about like monthly or like
Yes.
yearly?
Monthly.
Monthly, maybe around like $9,000 to $10,000 a month.
A month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, based on that, you would not qualify for a court appointed attorney, so you would have to hire your own. You understand that, sir? Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, Green is gonna go next for safety reasons, and then Thomas will go after him. I know it's out of order.
Yes, this is very confusing. I don't understand why y'all have several inmates that y'all saying can't go. So we need
So they can go, but they can go.
Well, it's difficult when I'm shuffling around hundreds of papers. State your full name for me. Speak up, sir.
James Green.
Okay, Mr. Green, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is battery. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is ride in a penal institution. There's a no bond in light of the circumstances. Thirdly, you've been charged with participation in a criminal gang activity. There's a no bond on that. So therefore, I'm not setting bond for you today on those 2 charges, sir. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then your bond hearing will be July 28, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand those 2 different hearing dates?
Yeah.
Okay, and then with respect to your court-appointed counsel here, let me just locate your form. You would qualify for a court-appointed attorney, sir, so I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions? Any questions? Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. State your full name for me, sir.
Phineas Fleming. Phineas Fleming.
Okay, Mr. Clemens. You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is red light violation. Your bond amount is $500. Second offense is open container in violation of Georgia law. That's $500. And third offense is driving under the influence. Your bond amount is $3,500. Therefore, your total bond is $4,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? Would you like to waive it, sir, or keep it on the calendar? If you bond out, it's automatically waived.
I'm gonna bond out now.
Okay. And then based on your application, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I have approved an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Gibson.
Okay, state your full name for me.
Gibson.
Okay, Mr. Gibson, you've been charged with 1 offense of speeding, excessive speeding. Your bond amount is $2,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Okay, can you make bond?
No.
You say no?
Yeah, I say no.
Okay. Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir? July
Yeah, but
25th.
I got court on 24 too on the other case.
Well, if you make bond, then you'll be able to make both. Okay, so your bond is very reasonable. It's $2,500. And then you didn't indicate on your court appointed form whether or not you have a job. Do you have a job?
No.
Okay, so you would qualify for a court appointed attorney. Do you have any other questions?
No, but I'm trying to see if I can go to mental health court.
I'm sorry, sir, your question?
I can go to mental health court. I'm
Any-
on mental health. I'm on medicine.
Okay, that's something you can speak to your court appointed attorney about to see if they can get you a waiver. Okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Sanchez Gordy.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute, sir. One minute. Okay, sir. Mr. Gar, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is discharging a firearm near a highway. Your bond amount is $5,000. The second offense is reckless conduct. Your bond amount is $2,000. Therefore, your total bond is $7,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
Keep it on the calendar.
Okay, and then I have approved a court-appointed attorney to represent you. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, state your full name for me.
Brenda Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond amount is $1,000. Second offense is failure to stop or yield in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. And then the third offense is driving without a license. Your bond amount is $1,000. Therefore, your total bond is $2,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Waive it.
You want to waive it? Okay, so you'll need to sign a waiver form to waive it, sir. And then on your court-appointed application, you put that you have a job, but you failed to provide your monthly income. Can you give me an estimate?
$1,000.
Okay. So you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will approve your application. Do you have any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, make sure to get the waiver form. Deputy, he needs a waiver form to waive his preliminary hearing. Okay,
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Yes, ma'am. Zachary Crawford Horton.
Okay, last name is Harden, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Hart, you've been charged with 5 offenses. The first offense is a red light violation. Your bond amount is $500. Second offense is concealing an ID on a motor vehicle. Your bond amount is $500. Third, you have 2 separate counts of having an unregistered tag or unlicensed tag. The bond amount for each is $1,000. And then you are also charged with driving under the influence. Your bond amount is $3,500. Therefore, your total bond here is going to be $6,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Let's keep it on the calendar.
Okay, and then based on your court-appointed application here, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I've approved your application. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No, not this. All right, the name.
Yeah, Mr. Hutchinson is coming up now.
Who's coming up? I'm sorry, who's coming up, Deputy?
Hutchinson.
Okay, Mr. Hutchinson, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is reckless conduct. Your bond amount is $2,500. Third offense is theft by taking. Your bond amount is $3,500. Third offense is discharging a firearm near a highway. Your bond amount is $5,000. Therefore, your total bond is, let's see here, $11,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yeah.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you refuse to complete the court-appointed application. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a job? You have a job, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so therefore you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hey, man, look. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It don't gotta be escorted. They good. About to take him back.
Okay, state your full name for me, sir.
Thomas Knight.
Hey, Mr. Knight, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is use or possession of drug-related items. Your bond amount is $1,000. Third offense is loitering or prowling. Your bond amount is $1,000. Therefore, your total bond is $6,000. Do you understand the charges? What's your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then based on your application here, you will have to hire your own attorney. You don't qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Ernest Menifee.
Okay, Mr. Menifee, you've been charged with 4 offenses. The first offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond amount is $3,500. The second, you have a second count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act with intent to manufacture, sell, distribute, or deliver. Your bond amount is $3,500. The third offense is use or possession of drug-related items. Your bond amount is $1,500. Fourth offense is being in possession of a weapon during a crime. Your bond amount is $5,000. Therefore, your total bond is $13,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount, sir? Okay, I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then let's see here, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I have approved your application. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir.
He just found he's good to walk by himself or?
Where you going?
Oh. Where you going?
Okay. State your full name for me. Spell the last name for me.
That is OKAFOR.
Okay, so you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Not sure.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. This is considered a family violence charge, so therefore, sir, I'm prohibiting you from contacting the alleged victim in the case by the name of Tiffany Purvis. It appears that Ms. Purvis is your wife, correct?
Correct.
So there's a no contact as a condition of your release. You must stay away from her directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by telephone, by social media. Cannot contact her through a third person or go to her home or workplace. Secondly, because the alleged incident occurred at 1803 Magnolia Circle, Jonesboro, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
Yes, that's not her resident. That's my resident.
Okay, well, she lives there with you, so therefore.
No, she doesn't.
Well, that's what it says. You live, it says live and maintain a relationship as a husband and wife at that location. So unfortunately, listen to what I'm saying, sir. Do not interrupt. Do not interrupt.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're going to be prohibited from returning to that location. However, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. In addition, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand these special conditions of your release? Because if you don't, sir, I can't deny you bond. Do you understand that?
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll need to comply with the conditions of your release. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date, sir?
How do I get notified if I'm not to return to my address?
Okay, sir. That's not the question I asked you. I asked you, did you understand that July 25th was your next court date?
Yes, understood, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I've appointed an attorney to represent you. That will conclude your first appearance hearing for today. Good luck.
Okay.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
The attorney when they come through. All right, I'm sorry.
Next, please state your full name for me. Okay, sir, you've been charged with 4 offenses. The first offense is unlawful possession of a firearm. The second offense is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The third offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, Schedule 1. And the fourth offense is driving on a suspended license. So with respect to the possession of marijuana, sir, you do have a preset bond of 1,000. With respect to the license, driving on a suspended or revoked license, you have a preset bond of 1,500. However, on the 2 remaining felony charges, which is the unlawful possession of a firearm, as well as the violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, Schedule 1, I'm not authorized to set bail for you today because you're currently on active probation. You've been on probations according to my record since May 1st of 2023. So therefore, sir, I'm not authorized to set bond for you today. Do you understand the charges as well as the no bond? You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then your bond hearing will be July 28, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand those 2 different hearing dates, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then based on your application, you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will approve your application. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Medical.
Okay, state your full name for me, sir.
I'm Brenda Hernandez, Scott the Fourth.
Okay, 1 minute. So, Mr. Scott, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is giving a false name, address, or date of birth to a law enforcement official. Your bond amount is 1,500. Second offense is driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond amount is 1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $3,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
Keep it on the calendar.
Okay, if you bond out, it's automatically waived. And then based on your application here, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Okay?
Yes, Your
Any
Honor.
questions, sir?
I do, Your Honor. Am I allowed to bond out today?
Yes, as soon as I send over the order, you have preset bond. So yes, you can, if you can make arrangements today, the order will go over today. Okay?
I can, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, state your full name for me, sir.
Golden Nicholas Saylor.
Okay, Mr. Saylor, 1 minute. Do you recall completing a court-appointed counsel form, sir? Do you know if you completed one?
Yes, ma'am. I have.
Okay, I have to locate it. I don't see it here. Let me see here. Let me get you a charge first. You've been charged with 1 count of giving a false name, address, date of birth to a law enforcement official. Your bond amount is 1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Let's see here, and then it looks like you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, so I have approved an attorney to represent you. And then your preliminary hearing is going to be scheduled for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Do you have any questions? Have any questions, sir?
Would I be able to bond out today?
I'm not certain of today, but I'll send over the order today. You have a preset bond. Okay, so As soon as the order is processed, you'll be able to bond out. Okay, sir?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next inmate.
Thomas. Step up.
Okay. State your full name for me, sir. Sir, please speak up. Okay, Mr. Thomas, you've been charged with 2 counts. 1 count is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond amount is $1,000. Second offense is use or possession of drug-related items. Your bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $2,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts? Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 25th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? Okay, if you're not sure, I'll leave it on the calendar, sir. You did refuse to complete the court-appointed counsel form. Do you not need an attorney? Okay, do you have a job, sir? Sir, you need to speak up so I can see if I can assist you.
No.
Do you have a job?
No.
I didn't hear you. Okay, so I have approved an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I understand. I'm grabbing Williams.
Okay.
All the way in, all the way in, all the way in.
Got one behind you, Martin. All right, they still in the front room? You put them in the front? Yeah.
All right, so that's him. 6.
All right.
Step right in front of him.
Okay, state your full name for me, sir.
Emmanuel, in the middle.
Okay, Mr. Woods, you've been charged with 1 count of interference with government property. Your bond amount is $3,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
You said bond $3,000. Do I understand the charge? What's that now? Can you explain to me?
Interference with the government property? Yes, sir. According to the warrant, here's the inmate J. Williams committed the offense of destruction of government property by rolling paper and lit the paper. He lit a mattress on fire. Williams ran into his cell to conceal the items. Inmate Williams told the sergeant that I did it for fun, no reasons. So that's what the basis of the charge is, sir. I've scheduled your preliminary, do not interrupt me, sir. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be your next court date. And then I have approved a court-appointed attorney to represent you on this charge. That will conclude your first appearance hearing for today. We're not here for that today, sir. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. No questions, sir. Thank you. Okay, 1 minute.
Your Honor.
Yes. I'm still waiting on Chapman and Moore.
Yeah, 9.
Your Honor, we're getting Chapman for you right now.
Okay, then what about Moore?
Okay, more.
Dixon, thank you.
Yeah. Hey.
Y'all specifically requested that she go last, so y'all need to present her.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, state your full name. Sir, speak up. This is a formal court proceeding.
Chapman.
Okay, Mr. Chapman, you've been charged with 15 offenses. I will give you the offense for each charge and then the bond amount. With respect to you have a charge of theft by receiving stolen property. Your bond amount is $5,000. You have a charge of reckless driving. Your bond amount is $2,000. You have a charge of fleeing from a police officer. Your bond amount is $2,500. You have an obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Your bond amount for that one is $2,000. You have another theft by receiving stolen property. Your bond amount is $2,000. You have possession of a firearm or a dangerous weapon. Your bond amount is $5,000. You are also charged with having not having a license as a resident. Your bond amount is $1,000. You were driving on the wrong side of the road in violation of Georgia law. Allegedly, your bond amount is $500. There was also a charge for a red light violation. Your bond amount is $500. You have a hit and run charge. Your bond amount for that one is $3,000. You also have an aggravated assault charge with a deadly weapon. Your bond amount is $20,000. There's a too fast for condition charge. Your bond amount is $500. You are also charged with driving on a divided highway in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. There's another red light violation charge. Your bond amount is $500. And then also you were driving wrong side of the road, $500 when you allegedly was attempting to flee from law enforcement officers. Therefore, your total bond is $45,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount, sir?
Yeah, man, I just caught a bond for everything though.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got a bond. You got a bond on each charge. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom because the aggravated assault is considered a felony, sir. You understand that? So your next court date is going to be July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then I didn't see your court appointed counsel form. Did you complete one for the jail?
I'm like that little paper they gave for
Yes.
a lawyer.
Yes.
I asked to be
You asked to be on what?
I asked them to give me a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. Are you currently employed, sir?
Huh?
Are you currently employed?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you will qualify for a court appointed attorney. So I will approve court appointed attorney to represent you. Okay. Okay, that will conclude your first appearance here for today. Thank you.
Whatever.
Why y'all just kept me in there so long?
Okay, Deputy, I'm ready for more.
Okay, we're clearing the floor. We're clearing the floor.
Come on.
We gotta get one out of one that just came down from court judge. We gotta get him uncuffed and out, and then we'll bring more up.
Okay, thank you.
Keep. See, we got.
He can't.
Where's he? He can't. We can't answer.
He's fine. Chapman.
That. Yeah, but it's
Come no further than where you at.
You were ready with more, Your Honor. Take that off.
Okay, please state your full name for me.
More.
Okay, Ms. Moore, you've been charged with 1 count of aggravated stalking. In light of the nature of the charge, I'm not authorized to set bail for you today. Only a superior court judge can do that. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yeah.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. And then your bond hearing will be July 28, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand those 2 different hearing dates? Okay, and then you did not complete the court-appointed counsel form. Do you not need a court-appointed attorney, ma'am?
I have been trying to reach out to him. I didn't know it was a form that I needed completed.
Okay, do you currently have a job?
Yes. I still work here.
You still work for Clayton County? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'm being that there's a no bond and you will not be working for the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and approve an attorney to represent you. Okay? Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it.
Everybody, yes.
That's all I have on my list too. Okay, I hope tomorrow will be in order more. Are you working tomorrow, Deputy?
Yes. See,
Okay, well-
the inmates, we have